We're so good at being hard on ourselves, what we've missed, what we've done wrong, what we could be doing better, what everyone else is doing that we're not doing. We are so good at making these lists up and then beating ourselves up with them. And we need to flip that and be better at noticing what we're doing well, how we're showing up, how we're growing, the progress that we've made. Welcome to day number 7. Today is focusing on your progress. So we've now reached 7 days in our 30-day challenge, and I want to sit back and reflect on all of the things that you've done this week and the ways that you've grown, because we often don't stop to think about this, even with our kids. We've gone through a week-long journey. Where did we end up? So if you're just joining us, we are now working on a 30-day challenge of reframing our mindset as parents so that we can be the best version of ourselves possible and show up so incredibly for our kids in this next month, 2 months, year. So today is a reflection day. You guys have made it this far, and I'm so proud of you. I want you to adopt this mindset. Growth takes time, and I'm growing every day. You are growing every day. If you intentionally self-reflect and look at all of the ways that you're needed more, or all the areas where you want to grow, and you intentionally set goals, and then you make progress towards those goals. Like if you think of a staircase, you are right now at the bottom of the staircase, and where you want to be, the end of the 30 days, is the top of the staircase. And each step is one step closer towards that goal. This is what I often talk to parents about in terms of teaching our kids skills. So the top of the steps is exactly where we want them to be, and they can't be there because that's the very top, and they can't leap to the top. They need you to break down in small mini steps what those steps are to be able to make it to the top, and how you can support them and challenge them. You got to balance that to be able to make it to the top so that they can grow. It's the very same for you. But as part of that process, we need to pause and reflect on everything that we have done and all the ways that we've grown to propel us and motivate us and encourage us to move forward. When we take time to notice our wins, we remind ourselves that we're capable and that we're doing the work necessary to get to the place that we want to be. Sometimes we move faster, sometimes we move slower. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're constantly moving forward in the direction that you want. And the thing is, and I've said this a few times now, as moms, I think even as human beings, we're so good at being hard on ourselves, what we've missed, what we've done wrong, what we could be doing better, what everyone else is doing that we're not doing. We are so good at making these lists up and then beating ourselves up with them. And we need to flip that and be better at noticing what we're doing well, how we're showing up, how we're growing, the progress that we've made, and compare us to ourselves yesterday or last week or the year before, not us to other people, because we're not other people. We've talked about this before. You are irreplaceable. So you can't compare yourself to anyone else. You can't compare your journey to anyone else. And you can't compare your skills and strengths to anyone else. You are only comparing yourself to who you were yesterday, last week, last year. So let's pause today and reflect on all of the ways that we've grown, even in just this last week, the things that we've learned, the skills that we've developed, so that we can keep going on the next several days of this journey. So I'm going to jump straight to the action. What I want you to do is write down 3 moments this week that you were proud of yourself, that you showed up, that you made it through tough moments, that you learned a new skill. Doesn't matter what they are, big or small. What are 3 things that you are proud of from this past week that you've done? And then moving forward, what I want you to do is either write in a journal or on the calendar, or create a wall of fame in your house where everybody has a spot. And I want you to write down each day something that you're proud of, some way that you've grown, some way that you move forward in your journey. And this is so important because when times get tough, when there's extra challenges or extra hurdles, or there's just so much more on your plate that day that you feel like you're stuck and paralyzed and not moving forward, you can go back to everything that you've written down so that you can see the proof that even though this day is tough, all of these other days show that you've grown and that you've changed and that you're becoming better versions of yourself. It's so important to keep track of this because like I said at the beginning of the video, we are so good at screening this out, especially when times get tough. We need to focus on all this goodness so that we don't screen it out, so that we can encourage and motivate us. I am so proud of you for showing up this week, for making it to day number 7. Let's keep going. The best is yet to come. Have a wonderful day. Answer the questions in your workbook, comment in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow for day 8.